Welcome back to another video. My name is Ty. I know I haven't made one in a little while. I've been doing a lot of research and putting in a lot of time for this new video that's coming out, basically how to start your own SMMA business from start to finish and getting a client in less than 30 days. If you guys haven't already, subscribe to the channel. That one's going to come out pretty soon. If you have, welcome back. I know I've seen you guys for a little bit, but I got a question recently. And if you guys want as well, you guys can send me questions on my Instagram. It's going to be linked down below, or join the Discord, and it's a free community in there as well. You guys can ask any questions. If the question's good or I feel like it resonates with a lot of people, I will post it and I'll make a video about it. So anyways, someone sent me a message and they said, I struggle with selling my worth and resonating with potential clients when I cold call about my offer. Do you have any tips to be persuasive? Now, a lot of people do struggle with the whole cold call aspect. It's really hard to call someone out of the blue and basically sell to them something, especially like when their whole thing is not that. It's really hard. So to do this, it's definitely nerve-wracking, but once I give you guys like this little flow chart from both ends, you guys will have more confidence to hopefully close your next client. So you're going to start off with the cold call, of course. And the cold call, the whole point of this is to solve people's problems, more so that, like, let's say that the company itself is a roofing company and they want more leads. They want more client conversions from outreach, and they're getting a low client conversion. Your whole point is to solve that low client conversion problem. What I like to do at the beginning is to basically prep. You guys don't have to do it once you guys get used to everything, but if you are new, remember to prep. Research at least one trigger for that current client that you're going for. Let's say you're doing roofers, for example. What is a problem that is a trigger for them that they're most likely going to say yes to you so that you can solve this problem? Also, as well, make sure to speak slowly and pause 3 to 5 seconds after every question you ask them. As we go down this little flow chart here, I'm going to tell you guys about like the questions that you guys are going to ask. So give that client a little time to answer that question that you're going to basically ask them. So when you first call them, this is going to be the calling stage, the micro commitment opener. It's going to be 0 to 20 seconds. It's going to be somewhere around there. You're basically just going to create a neutral statement and then follow up with a curious question. So for example, hey John, this is Jake. Quick question for you. I was just reviewing some growth stats for agencies and it got me wondering, out of curiosity, are you the main person handling client outreach and conversions right now? Now, with this specifically, I don't really like it as much. For me, I do like pattern interrupts better. And also you can go straight up with the honesty side of things where you're like, hey John, just letting you know this is a cold call. My name is Jake, just giving you a heads up. Would you like to complete this call or would you like to hang up? Just being honest with a person, that does get you a long way. And also it shortens the time of you basically having to, go through the whole thing and then them just hanging up. So it's a little bit easier that way. If you guys want, I can also give you guys some more pattern interrupts instead of this, but this is just like a generic thing. So once you say, out of curiosity, are you the main person handling client outreach and conversions right now? If no, you're basically going to go into like a gatekeeper. If your leads are verified, I did just make a video on that. You should be talking to the main person. But if not, got it. Who might that be? They will give you a transfer, or it might go to voicemail or hang up or whatever it is. In the voicemail, just make sure to basically state that, hey, this is me. I'm here to basically help you with your business, whatever it is. You guys can use either or. What's one thing working than other? What's better than expected in this pain area? Like what is working for you? What is not working for you? Give me a call back. Just a small, slight, brief voicemail. But yeah, so if yes, basically appreciate that. Makes sense. Now you're going to go into the situation and problem awareness question, which is going to take you around 20 to 90 seconds. So you're basically just trying to understand their problem and the situation that they're in. So with this one, you're going to try to isolate the gap, make it slow, curious, and make them feel the weight of their own answers. You're going to try to make them basically tell you about why they need you, if that makes sense. So right here, you're just gonna be like, interesting. Most roofers I speak with say they're getting positive or decent leads, but then something seems to hold things back from turning into actual clients. Is it the same for you? Then they'll talk to you, do this whole thing, and then just be like, out of curiosity, on a scale of 1 to 10, just asking them, how effective do you feel about your current process? Is the booking consistent? Are you getting qualified leads? How is it going for you? Let them basically talk about that from the scale of 1 to 10. Most likely they'll put it in a range from 1 to 7. If they are at 9 or 10, there's another route that you guys can go if you want them to like kind of drop their current processing, kind of go with you instead. But in this example, they're going to be at a 6. So a 6, what would a 9 or 10 feel like for you right now? So with this question right here, you're basically selling them the outcome. You're not selling them the plane ticket. You're not selling them the journey of everything that's going to go on. You're selling them, what does a 9 or 10 feel like? What is 10 more leads going to feel like to you? What is 5 more leads going to feel like to you? That's what you're selling them. You're selling them the outcome. So once they tell them, oh, like a 9 or 10 would feel like 5 more leads this month, or it would feel like whatever it is, basically they're telling you their pain point. So at that point, be like, got it. And what's the main thing that's keeping you from getting to that 9 or 10? So once you're kind of asking these questions, they're more so going to, the questions that you're asking is creating a self-conviction. They're going to verbalize the gap, making the offer that you're giving out the obvious answer for them to go with. So once they say, got it, what's the main thing that's kept like you from getting to that 9 or 10 level? You can just tell them, like, interesting, walk me through that. Like, what specifically about that answer makes it frustrating? What specifically about you being at a 6 or 7 makes it frustrating? What are you dealing with? So you can go that route. Now, there's 2 ways. You can do the implication and consequence action, which is going to take 9 to 120 seconds. This is give or take, but you're going to be empathetic about what they're talking about. So let's say, like, oh, I'm getting 6 or 10. I'm getting like 1 lead a month. I need a little bit more. I can't really support my family with just 1 lead, this, and that. Then you can go off with, wow, that honestly sounds really frustrating. If that low conversion gaps keeps getting unchecked for that long, what is it going to do in the future? Like, imagine what that might cost you in terms of like the actual business itself, your family, lost revenue. Like, what is that going to do? Once you pause right here, they're going to go back and basically state what's happening or what could happen in the next 3 to 6 months. From that point, you're going to ask them, and how about the bigger picture? How much harder do you think that makes it to get to your goal? Mostly everyone has a goal to get to, and they want to get to that goal. Now, if they do reject it, if the reason's like, oh, it's fine, like, I don't really, like, it's okay, like, 1 lead's good enough, you can loop back and just be like, totally fair. Most people do say that, but out of curiosity, what specifically make you think that just 1 lead is good enough? Like, how is that going to do anything? And then just reference their answer. So those leads aren't converting, but how would 1 lead, and then go back up here and start doing the same thing. Now, after doing all of that, you want to pull them toward the meeting. So this is going to be like 120 to 150 seconds, and you're going to be neutral, and then you're just going to be curious about the whole thing. So just like a slight upward in voice and just tonality. So, I've had a few conversations lately with roofers in the area as well, facing the exact same problem with only getting 1 lead. A couple of questions seem to shift things for them pretty quickly, but honestly, it makes sense if we spend a few minutes reviewing your specific situation. So you're trying to cater it towards him by also telling him that, hey, I've worked with other people as well. They have the same issue. You're not alone, but I can fix something like that. So once you do that, you're going to get into this part right here. So out of curiosity, would you be open to hopping on a quick 15-minute call this week just to see if those questions apply to what you're dealing with? Now, if you got to this point, most of the time, if not 90% of the time, they're going to be willing to hop on this 15-minute call. So If yes, great. Thursday at 2 or Friday at 10 a.m. work. You're going to basically tell them what time works kind of for you. You're going to either tell them whatever it is or give them another option. But you can't ask them, hey, when's a good time for you? You're basically going to be like, hey, does Thursday work or does Friday work? You know, you're going to set the tone, but also at the same time, give them two options. No pressure either way. What's one thing from today that might be worth exploring further? This is just basically reassuring them that, hey, I care about your thing. I'm going to explore more. I'm going to do my best to basically look into this stuff. And on this next meeting that we're going to have Thursday or Friday, I will be ready to basically get into it. So that's basically a small input of like what a cold call can look like for you basically to book them into this part right here. So just again, you're just going to do a baseline check. How effective is your process on a 1 to 10? And it reveals reality that they're going through with low resistance. After that, you're going to find the problem. So what would a 10 feel like? And it creates basically an aspirational contrast that they self-qualify their own pain that they're talking to you about. And then you have implication, consequences. What might that cost you in X amount of time? And that builds urgency because no one wants to go through that pain, which is what you're doing. So that's basically the quick guide on cold calling. If there is other questions, I would love to answer them. But if you guys do want this part of the Miro board, let me know. Again, my Instagram is in the bio or the Discord where I also post other things as well. So you guys can join that for this cold call basically kind of setup. And then the next thing that's also important is personal self. So you have to be confident with your own abilities. I know it's hard. I know you're just getting used to it. And also you guys are calling for the first time. For me, I like to go into a little like groove before I even get on a call or even on YouTube videos. I like to like get hyped, to get pumped. So for me, like, just reassure yourself, like, I'm not selling, I'm guiding conversation. This prospect is already experiencing the exact pain I solve. They just haven't connected the dots yet. You're basically selling something to someone that needs it, that wants it. So just remember that they are already experiencing that pain. You're just solving it. That's your whole thing, is to solve it. Your questions are the bridges basically to their answers. The tonality plays a big role. If they seem, or if you seem to them that you're unsure, or like this is your first time or whatever, this thing right here will definitely hurt you. So I know it's going to take some time. And again, that's why I recommend you guys calling 20 to 30 people a day until you've called over 100, 200, because after that point, you've already experienced a good amount of things and you can kind of use your tonality to gauge the person. So that's also a thing. And even if they say no, it's just more data for you. Not everyone's going to say yes. And you guys have to kind of deal with that. And that's okay. Not everyone's going to need the service. Not everyone is going to be sold on things. That's just not how it works. But if they do say no, it's just more data for you. And it just means that the next time you go into something, you'll know what to kind of say to get the right answer for their question. And then just keep on saying these things to yourself. Like, I have one spot this month. I choose who earns it. Just get yourself pumped for the sales call. And once that happens, just go ahead and dial. Just basically, yeah, again, lock it in 30 seconds, pep talk your way, whatever you want to do, put on some music, whatever. One deep breath, whatever. Say the prospect's name. Say it's like Sarah, John, whatever. John, I just saw your agency hit 100 employees. Let's see what you're really holding back, those conversations. Whatever it is to get you pumped, that's how it works. And then, yeah, but once you guys get the cold calling and a little bit of your personal self down, everything else should be really easy. And again, if you guys want, my Instagram is going to be in the link. Give that a follow if you guys want to ask me more questions. Or you guys can join the community on Discord and go from there. Again, thank you guys for watching. A really good videos coming out soon in like 3 to 4 days. It's going to be about how to start your own business. And I can't basically wait to see you guys on the next one. Peace out.